I'm afraid many people would not be, but they were.
The concentration camps in America were labeled with euphemistic terminology to try and twist the psychology of the public to think that it was okay to put people of Japanese descent away in what they call the camps of relocation. But relocating should be voluntary, yet they were forced in this situation. Even if you were citizens, they were arrested and locked up like prisoners, convicted for the cultural background. Now nothing can surpass the atrocities of the mass murdering in German concentration camps. Yet in both cases, the Nazis and the US government were racist, denying natural human rights, enough injustices to incite a riot. But it was covered up and kept quiet with propaganda. They handed the world false justifications, accusing Japanese for running spy operations on the West Coast, claiming that they were communicating with enemy ships, but this was all bullshit. There was no threat to national security because no radio waves were ever detected by the FCC. They said that Japanese purposely bought land next to factories and train tracks with plans to attack. Immigrants settled in these areas long before the war because the land was poor. So it was the cheapest land to build a farm, but the farming industry was jealous because the lands were cultivated so efficiently. And anti-Japanese sentiment was high. The motto was all Japs are slant-eyed spies. And even though official federal sociologists said that Issei's and Nisei's were loyal to the US, stereotypes were used to degrade to a subhuman level to make the robbing of the freedom seem acceptable. Now this occurred before in US history, when slavery was practiced by the forefathers of our country. The attitude was the same and it still remains. The ruling party gains on another people's pain. Now in more recent days, after the civil rights movement, minorities saw an outlook for improvement, motivating a team of Japanese American lawyers to discover documents more fictional than Tom Sawyer. This was a situation that the government dreaded, incriminating papers that forgot to be shredded. A box was found with notes and evidence, computing fabricated, falsified reasons for the uprooting of my mother and father, aunties and uncles and grandparents, and the mistake of the past became blatantly apparent. The government was faced with a Supreme Court case that they knew they were gonna lose, so they had to abuse power once again to get the case canceled. And in 1988 they found the answer, so all future lawsuits would be negated because technically the government already compensated the small percentage of the victims who were still alive, and the lies were devised to pull the wool over the public's eyes, to seem apologetic for their actions, but they faked it. And the bill was signed by the actor Ronald Reagan, but 20 grand didn't mean a damn to my grandfather, who came from the motherland of Japan. At 16, no money in his hand, he didn't care. By 37, he became a self-made multi-millionaire. But soon his American dream became a nightmare when it fell prey to government schemes. Democracy was obviously failing when the FBI listed my G-Chan as a dangerous alien, raided his home, kidnapped him from his family without any reason, like he committed a treason, took all of his possessions and he never gave it back. So what made them think that they could ever pay him back? Cause putting the money in his face was a disgrace. They never should have taken it away in the first place. It's like taking a baby's lollipop away and giving it back when he's old and gray. And other people see the redress as unfair favoritism, but it's just another method of separatism that the government promotes, and they're excited because they cover their own ass, and plus they're keeping us divided by manipulating minds. But we must unite to see through the conspiracies, but only a few people are hearing me. We can't let this keep going on, or once again they're gonna drop the bomb like Hiroshima.
Niggas. You know what I'm saying? This nigga let you know what's happening. I'm fighting for breath. It's all on the real. Seems like fighting for breath. Everybody got some type of struggle, right? Bring that last verse in.
So I come back to life in a different form, in a different shape, reincarnated through the rhymes that I state. Hip-hop expression, lessons I learned as I burn stereotypes of TV and movies, but I'm constantly feeling infrared scope with a laser dot on my skull, following me, haunting me. Or if I take a sip of my drink, will it be infested with concentrated carcinogens to try and accelerate cancer? Answer this: if I decease, will you cease to remember those at rest but not in peace? Like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Gandhi, Bob Marley, or Bruce Lee. Could it be the same underlying force that will eventually get the key? I see through the facade like transparencies. There's too much knowledge is acquired to higher powers are fearing me. The constituents constituting the conspiracy.
Yeah. They don't want to see us. Hemisphere joint, baby. You know. Letting them know about the conspiracies. West Coast style. Yeah.
They were as much American as